Many San Diegans are feeling uneasy, they feel unfulfilled, they've lost their jobs or seen their hours cut due to the pandemic. Joining us now is crisis counselor and our Fox 5 remarkable woman, Shally Pinomaki. Shally, good morning, and thank you for chatting with us here.
Good morning.
You know, yesterday it was the great American takeout, and everybody was asking people if you can support your restaurants and whatnot. And I can't tell you how many messages I got on social media, Shally, from people saying, Shally, I want to, but I lost my job. And when you read these messages, it just, you know, you got a bunch of people who are still working, the essential workers, and then there's people who have really, they're struggling right now, Shally.
They are, and it's heartbreaking to watch and to listen to all of that. But you know what? That's what we're called to do, to really listen, to be what we call a ministry of presence, to actually just listen with empathy and realize what's really going on in their lives.
How could you manage your feelings? You go through the fear, the unknown. You know, you don't know what's going to happen with your work and your job. Give us some advice how we can manage these emotions right now.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is that emotions are temporary. They are your feelings. They're going to change constantly. And everybody's emotions are different, given we're all very different. We all are responding to this differently, whether you've got kids at home or you're an empty nester like myself. It's going to be different for everybody. And we have to acknowledge that. And that's why you have to come up with a specific plan that helps each individual person or each individual company, organization, school, that their response and their way of dealing with things are going to be very different. And we have to acknowledge that and saying what I'm going through, even though we're under the same umbrella of everything's happening to us with this pandemic, my response is going to be different than your response, and give that credence that says it's okay for you to feel this way. It's okay for me to feel this way, even though it's different.
Let's talk a little bit about maybe what you can do with a little bit of your time. I feel blessed that I can be here, and I have a sense of purpose that I can help and pass information along, and maybe there's things that people can do at home now to help, because that helping others thing that most of us like to do, it makes you feel really good.
Well, it's more blessed to give than it is to receive, and it really boosts who we are. One of the things is looking at what your resiliency is, and on our website seekinghope.com we actually have a resiliency quiz that helps you understand what is your resiliency. How am I going to be able to weather this crisis and then the trauma that's going to continue afterwards? Because life is going to be different than what it was before. Regardless, it's never going to go back to be the same. And that's what we have to really kind of concentrate on. And I offer a whole bunch of free resources. There's so many of them, I couldn't go over every single one of them. And so that's why I've got a lot of free downloads on my website for people to go to and check that out. But the real thing is to connect with each other and allow that person to say, this is the worst thing that's happened to me. I think about the children, and I think about a third grader and now a mom that's all of a sudden trying to be a third grade elementary school teacher, and neither one of them are ready for this. And that's okay. But when you tell your third grader and he's complaining that this is the worst thing ever, you have to accept that that's reality. That is true. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to him. And when you acknowledge that and you say that that's okay, you're right, this is bad, there's like, oh, okay, I'm not going crazy. And even little kids feel that way. So it's really important to acknowledge where we are right now and realize that's not who we are. This crisis is not who we are as San Diegans. This is not who we are as individuals. It is a situation that we're going through at this time. So build your resiliency and acknowledge each other and where you are at this given moment.
Yeah, and help each other during this time. We've seen such great stories about people sewing masks and helping each other at the grocery store and finding ways to be able to support one another.
It's been an awesome opportunity. I had an opportunity because I'm a chaplain with the sheriff's department, is going in and checking with them, getting hold of their families' phone numbers to do a double check with their families to see how they are. As a first responder, we're out in the public, and how do we, go home? Are we bringing anything home? And that's been the biggest concerns. And so it's like going, no, we're taking extra precautions in how we do that. And when I talk to their families, letting them know that we are concerned, we are looking to see what's going to happen.
Well, Shelley, we appreciate you chatting with us here. It's always good to see you.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a very blessed day and be safe
Thank you.
and healthy.
We will.